Happy Thursday, everybody. Today I'm pleased to have Megan Thorne with me, who's a men's fashion consultant. And we're going to talk a little bit about some post-pandemic dressing, some different things you can do for your wardrobe. And in a couple weeks, we're going to do a follow-up with women's clothing, too. So I hope you enjoy the show. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Megan. And thanks for coming today.
You're welcome. How are you?
Doing fantastic.
Good. Well, I guess the first thing about men's clothing is I would dress like you care. I mean, that's really important right now. So if you're going to if you're on a Zoom call, I guess we were talking about that earlier, just make sure you stand out. Just because everybody else is wearing a t-shirt, wear layers, wear a t-shirt with a little bomber over it, and just, look like you care and stand out.
Well, wait a minute. You told me I could wear the wrestling singlet still. You like those, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
But we were talking a little bit about, how many of us, I know that personally when everything happened, I think I wore gym shorts and sweats or, something for probably all summer until the point where people in my family were getting annoyed, and I know that sounds weird, but it's true. It's almost a conception of what they, it's almost like they think of you as, I don't know, just not doing anything.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It does.
Like I'm up, I've got my sweats on.
Right.
I'm dressed to do nothing again today.
Right.
And now we got to get through that.
We do. If you're wearing sweats, it looks like you're lounging. And you're not going to wear sweats and do business. It's just it's not okay anymore. We're moving on, we're progressing.
I noticed at a lot of the clothing stores now that had a bunch of suits, I was in a particular large store and they had a whole second floor of suits and ties and shirts. Like, where in the hell, not that I want to wear a tie or a suit,
right?
But I'm saying to myself, where is all this stuff? And it was reduced to like a little tiny thing, and I don't even know if they were full suits. It may have just been sport coats. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that, I guess?
Well, they weren't selling. For a year, nobody bought a suit, nobody bought a dress shirt, nobody bought a tie. So I know that they weren't selling them, so they weren't manufacturing them. Mm. And a lot of companies went into leisure, went into loungewear. Like it's crazy how they went into different fabrications, the performance wear that you just wash and wear. And that's the direction they went, and they had to do it for a year and a half.
I'm curious to know, now think about this. I have dress pants that I haven't touched in a year.
Right.
I basically wear jeans and cool shirts and cool shoes and a jacket, and so what has happened to the clothes that have been sitting there in terms of style and or how they fit people?
Yes.
Now they put it back on. It's like the guy that puts on his old high school football uniform.
Right.
It didn't look so good anymore.
Exactly. They're either too big or too small. And it's not that they're necessarily out of style, it's just that they don't fit. So they just need an update, basically. And people haven't bought clothes for a year, so they don't know what to do. And my advice is to start slow. Buy a dark denim. Buy a dark pair of denim that can go as a dress casual.
With that said, are there some tips that people can do? A lot of people have been out of work and it's not like money's flowing.
True.
Are there some things they can do with the current clothes they have to either, are there some steps that somebody could go through their closet, look at some things that, probably get rid of it. I'm more of a less is better kind of guy with my closet anyway. Are there some things or colors or some new colors and or maybe some, just some things they could do to their current clothes to modify them to maybe, kind of get along with the fashion?
Well, definitely. I mean, I think everybody has things in their closet that would go together that they didn't necessarily buy together. And I know right now, nautical is in, like a good stripe. Floral is in. What else? Neon colors are in. Color blocking's in.
What's color blocking?
Color blocking is just like a shirt or something with various colors.
Is that similar to what the Robert Graham wore that had all the crazy colors? Those are kind of out right now.
Yeah,
something like
Robert
that.
Graham, and what's the other one? Bugatti.
Yeah.
We have I've had people talk about those. Bye. those are kind of passé right now. It's just not what's in, and they don't make a lot right now. So I would just move on to just, you know, a color block is like green, blue, yellow, just different various colors in different areas in your shirt or your jacket.
Is it a solid color, like a square, or what?
Like a big square, like a big shape.
A big block of
Yeah.
one color.
Right, not like a plaid, just big blocks of color, which is really, really cool and hip and in. And a lot of the color blocks they're making they're all different. And they've recycled cotton and have made, it's like, there's a vendor I know called the Rod and Gun. They make color block items and shirts and quarter zips. But their quarter zip is cool. It's a color block quarter zip that's updated. Doesn't look like you're going golfing.
Like any man, one of the things that, I would say frugal's not the word, but when we go through our closet, there's certain things in there, like if a pair of pants is shiny, it's probably worn out.
Right.
You know, I'm not a fan of corporate logo wear. I never have been. And I've told everybody that works with me, if I ever find you wearing one for somebody else's company, go to work for them. Or number two, if you're wearing ours and it just looks sloppy, it's just like you threw on something to go out, wear it around your house to mow the grass, you know. And I think, what do you think about the way people's clothes fit? Like in terms of the pants. I got a friend of mine who wears real cool pants. They're always tapered on the bottom, or the shirts fit perfect. You know, just because you don't have money, what can you do to maybe, you know, dress up what you have, if you will, or fix up your current clothes?
Well, I mean, you can get alterations done on your clothing to make it fit better. But you could also go to a store and update yourself, like a Target. Or
I know they have Amazon. Does Amazon do some of that?
Amazon does, if you like to have things shipped to you and you don't want to touch it and try it on. But yeah, of course. I mean, just buy one or two pieces. One or two pieces.
Are there some pieces, because we're going to have, by the way, in a couple of weeks, we're going to do a ladies session, and then we're going to do a fall session going into fall, and we're going to do a fun holiday session, and then a spring session. One of the things that I asked you about earlier was, you know, I've had friends of mine, obviously I'm older than you, that back in the day, they'd wear the same thing for work and leisure. And I'm thinking, what a dud you look like if you're out and you've got, you know, I don't know, whatever, you know. And is there anything that could be universal, or any comments that somebody could look cool during the day and be cool at night? And I think mentally, I've always said, what you wear is a transition between day and not working. It's also a mental break. You know, you're kind of in a different mojo when you do that. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I think that's great. That's why I am all about layering. You know, if you wear a jacket, wear a cool shirt underneath. It can be short sleeved. When you go out, take the jacket off and you've got your cool short sleeve shirt on with a belt, roll up your jeans, and
there you go, rolled up.
Take your socks off and you look cool.
I don't wear socks, by the way, sorry. But,
I love it.
But anyway, I don't know, that's probably any colors, just before we finish this up, that are kind of, I know you said the block, are there any colors that are, you know, I know back in the day everybody was wearing black, and what they say, orange is the new black or whatever.
Right.
Are there any colors that you would like for men to wear, or, you know, that look kind of new and modern, if you will?
Yes, I would do a stripe, a vertical stripe. Those are in, and it's not necessarily colors, it's prints right now. It's colorful stripe and floral. Floral is big, sorry, everyone.
Almost like
Even
a Tommy Bahama?
And you know what? Speaking of Tommy Bahama, camp shirts are in, like a double notch collar, like kind of unfitted shirt. A lot of things that.
How about cargo shorts with cigarettes rolled up in a Budweiser tank top?
No, but utility is in.
Okay,
so you could wear, you know, like
hammers?
No.
Okay.
But also bombers. If you have to get one piece right now, I'm telling you to get a bomber jacket.
What's a
bomber jacket would be a zip-up jacket with no collar.
Really?
And you can wear a collar under it, or a t-shirt, or
what material are you talking about?
Okay,
leather?
Not leather, just a fabric. Just a stretchy fabric bomber is really cool right now, and it's really trend. It's like really on trend.
By the way, I've noticed that I bought a coat over the winter, and it had, I don't know what the collar's called, but it wasn't a collar per se. It was like a,
Like a band collar?
yeah, something like that. Is
Yeah.
that in? It was
Yes.
it was a modern coat, but I didn't know, is that more modern than
Then the collar?
Yeah.
Definitely.
okay.
It's a little more hip because things look better under those, I think, than just with a collar and a collar.
Any thoughts on t-shirts? I like a lot of t-shirts, crew necks, v-necks, anything that you seem to like.
Either is good, crew neck or V-neck. As long as it's not slouchy right now. I mean, I think a good fitted t-shirt, crew neck, V-neck is good right now. And get a color, I love how he's wearing pink. Just any fun color. Just think out of the box. Don't just get a white t-shirt. Get turquoise, get pink, get yellow.
And I think in closing, it's kind of what she said, that, now a lot of people are on Zoom and they're not seeing people. You don't have as much opportunity to go see anybody. So you got to be, the second you can see them, you got to be memorable, in my opinion.
True.
Don't you think?
Definitely.
Definitely. But anyway, I want to thank Megan Sticky Thorn for being here. And we look forward to talking to you in a couple weeks. Thank you.